I'm going to take mine as a shot, William Henderson.
Okay,
so.
well, I've sipped a little bit of mine, so.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Aloha, listeners. Welcome to another episode of the Buddycast. Sitting across from me, our guest tonight with me and William Henderson is the very fabulous Mr. Johnny Gold, the gold standard of comedy in the Inland Empire. How are you?
How does that make you feel?
Well, we were just talking about selling George's condo.
He's talking me into making life changes over here. He's going to make me buy Bitcoin from him and only him.
No, I listened to Alfred, the podcast last night on the way back from the Haha Comedy Club. I was laughing so hard. I didn't know Alfred was like that.
Me neither.
I felt like I knew he was.
I got trapped. That's how I
It was
felt.
weird. I felt like at the end he was gonna I have a parcel of land. If you'd like to buy it. In
No, I
Florida."
bought-
It was like a timeshare presentation.
Yeah. Oh, it's like he was like a timeshare. He's like, listen, man, I didn't like that you were singing on stage, but if you're interested in this beautiful farmland in Kentucky,
Do you have $500 though?
Yeah.
that was the weirdest. I
It's
felt
fun.
like he was going to sell Bitcoin
It
or
was
something.
fun. It was fun.
I was waiting for a
was
sell,
fun.
really,
We had a
but
good
there was no sell. It was all just explaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm a little mad he didn't try to push me a book. A little upset now.
I never knew he did comedy, so it's fantastic. I'll be honest with you. I thought it
You
was
never
funny.
saw
when-
him?
Well, when I did shows with Paul Antonio and Ezekiel and Paul Maserlian, I really never watched him perform, but he just started. So I don't know. Maybe I might have seen him. I know he's a person. He's a person, William Henderson.
That's good to know. I'm
And
glad
he is
that
a
you know
very
that.
nice guy, nice looking guy. I thought the girlfriend that he had, I don't think he goes out with her, super hot. That's all I focused on. I really didn't give a fuck about Alfred. But his comedy.
I don't even know what his girlfriend looked like.
No,
Me
this
neither.
is from a while ago. His comedy, I thought it was kind of weird that he was saying that Dave Chappelle, he thought it was a little, I don't know if you guys remember that.
I do remember
He
that.
said it was a little sympathy or something.
He
That really, like, I was like, oh, but then you guys never asked him another follow-up question. I'm like,
Well, we couldn't. He kept talking.
Yeah, he kind of kept talking.
yeah, I mean, I personally, Paul Antonio is not going to, or Alfred's not going to book me in any of his shows. I have to go in there and force him to sit there. Sit there with a big lollipop. Hi,
I
guys.
always have to force people to book me.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only way it gets done.
Yeah, it's weird. I just show up. I'm tired of asking. I just show up, and if somebody drops out, like Marcus Griffin, who never shows up, then I'm like,
Is that official then? So if Marcus Griffin
yeah.
is booked, expect Johnny Gold. You're like ambulance chasing Marcus Griffin.
yeah, this is Marcus Griffin. I mean, my name is Johnny Gold. I'm Marcus. I like Cavassier, and my friend is the Marina Comedy.
You live at your mom's house.
Yeah, my mom. I signed a lease with my mom. Whatever he talks about.
Yeah, it's hard. It's weird. I don't know when Alfred started, or I don't know when anyone started now, because like with that
Right.
year-long reset, I don't know if they were doing comedy in parking
Oh, you mean
lots
the
that I
pandemic.
didn't see, and so like there's a bunch
I
of new
agree.
faces, and then even old faces that I still don't know how long you've been doing it, dude. Did you just start right before everything shut down?
Yeah, and
or-
there's people like Sergio Mendez that I swore had been doing comedy for at least 2 years. Who's been doing it for like 4 months. I was like, oh, all right.
The guy that carries the notebook around with you guys, he helps you out, right?
Yeah. He hosts for us.
I asked him,
can't
I
be
go,
there.
why do you carry that notebook if all you do is talk about your dick? Because you can only fill so many pages about your dick.
Challenge accepted.
The scariest, the most shocking thing that I learned in the pandemic was that Adrian Lopez is 37 years old. That was the most shocking thing when he put that on Facebook. I go, 37? He's dyslexic. It might be 73. I don't know. That to me was like, I'm 37 today, going to Knott's Berry Farm. All right, dude. Has the podcast started yet?
Is that what he did?
I'm kidding.
I have a heart attack probably going on those roller coasters.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stroke or something. No bright lights. Is that a stroke or is that's a seizure?
Isn't that hillbilly Anthony Davis, the comic Anthony Davis? He says, if you smell French, don't edit this podcast because you can just blame it on me.
You've heard these podcasts. I don't edit shit.
Good. Yeah, he talks about smelling French toast or something.
Yeah, smelling toast is a common symptom of having a stroke.
So how would he ever knew that he had a stroke? Huh? You get that one?
Especially if he's keto.
Always eating toast. Yeah. What?
I said especially if he's keto.
Yeah.
What does toast smell like?
If you don't have bread in your house and you smell toast, then you know.
Your wife is cheating on you.
Yeah.
I bet you Anthony, is it not? It is Anthony Davis. That's the name?
Yeah.
I bet his whole house is made of bread.
Gingerbread? He's a gingerbread man?
He just eats his way into the living room.
Through a wall
I
of
wish
sourdough.
I wish I drank because then we really get mean. But
We can, you brought
you don't wanna,
brought
I know, but you
spirits,
don't
bro.
I know I can't. But William,
Why
thinks
don't
it's
you
too
drink?
strong. I
No,
just don't
you
drink.
shouldn't listen to my opinion on alcohol. I'm not the guy to
They don't-
like.
That was solid. That was a good tequila, by the way. BT Dub.
I'm not a
was it
good
good?
gauge.
Yeah.
I'm not a good gauge of what's good.
I do drink. I just don't drink and drive.
Oh, that's fair.
I drove.
Yeah.
So I drive everywhere.
Oh,
I
we're
mean,
gonna
when
talk your ear off for like 2 hours, bro. You're sober. That's fine.
No,
Oh,
I have a very
Alpha.
I have one
Very low
shot. That's it.
tolerance.
I'd be
It's
sleeping
because
on
you
the
don't.
couch.
It's because you don't drink when
I
you're
think
driving,
I had that
so
all the time. I never really.
Don't lay on my
Yeah.
couch. You'll realize I'm poor. So it's all.
It's really
this is all-
uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was an apartment.
I mean, it is an apartment.
No, it's a condo.
Yeah, if you want
You
to
own
use
this.
different letters.
You had to get a loan. You had to get a loan from a bank.
it's just a home without a yard.
Yeah, I guess. Well,
No,
I
but
have
you
a balcony.
own it. You own it,
Yeah.
or Wells Fargo owns it.
Yeah, no, we own
My
it.
You have a
brother likes to
porch.
say.
We own it. It's ours. Wells Fargo.
Are you
does
both
not.
on the?
No.
That's where the love stops.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Yeah. We can't be on the same form. What?
I
That's
already went
crazy.
through that. You never want to go
What?
through that.
That's crazy.
But I mean,
And then it complicates things. You know.
it does. I did it because I thought it was fair, even though I paid for everything. But I just thought I was in love with fair. You know, whatever you think. You know, you were smart. You didn't do it.
I don't know.
She shouldn't hold that against you.
No, we live here. It's fine. We split
Yeah.
everything. Life is split in general. Like the papers don't matter. It's fine.
It is. Except for Marcus Griffin. It's
Yeah,
always,
he's
hey,
fine.
man, you got $9 for a drink.
Buy my item minimum so I can go on stage.
I will say Marcus Griffin never buys anything. He buys name brand liquor.
Of course
knows-
he does.
he
That's
knows
what
what he
other
likes.
people
He
are
knows what he
buying it.
wants.
One time he goes, hey, Johnny, you got $9. I'm like, $9 for what? A drink at Worthington's. I'm like, it costs $9 for a drink? I have a feeling his mom packs some. I'm old, so we used to have those lunchbox like with Star Wars on the
Yeah,
outside.
when you clip.
Yeah, the clip.
Yeah.
They had the big thermos in there. I feel like that's what Marcus has when he
I
goes
would
to
be.
an open.
I would love to
Yeah.
get that every morning. That would
That
be great.
I actually kind of want one to take to work. to be
Yeah.
I put
honest.
ding dongs in mine.
I would put Twinkies in it
I
for
mean,
sure.
I mean, at least one, but like, don't you have like a sandwich in there too?
Maybe 2 sandwiches. I'm fat, dude. I'd get those fat lunch boxes where you can get 2
Yeah,
full-size
yeah,
sandwiches
yeah,
on them.
Yeah,
And then it wouldn't be
I
a
don't like
thermos
Twinkies,
it
though.
would be like SpaghettiOs or something.
yeah. I don't like Twinkies though.
Really?
Yeah,
Get off this
Mm.
podcast.
I don't know.
That disgusts
I don't
me.
like Twinkie. I like ding dongs, but I mean, I haven't had a dinky.
I haven't had a dick in me since 63, so.
I love dick. Yeah, and Twinkies. No.
Ding dong. What are the round ho-hos?
Oh yeah.
Are
Oh,
those?
those.
Wait, those are ding dongs though, right?
Are those ding dongs?
No,
circle
the ding
ones.
dongs are the round ones with
Yeah.
the. God, man,
The
they're
on
really-
top, there's the white swirl, right?
Yeah.
That's the one you're talking about. That's
Oh
a ding
no,
dong.
no,
Yeah. No.
that's the cupcake. I got all this down,
Oh
man.
my god.
That's a Hostess cupcake with the white swirly
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
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 Those
Is that
are
a ding
the-
dong?
That's a cupcake.
Oh, what's a ding
Hostess.
dong?
It's a. it looks like a Klondike bar, but it's just there's no ice cream. It's just like packed chocolate.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
it tastes like it's been sitting somewhere for
Yeah,
10 years.
But the best one is Swiss cake roll. We can all agree on that, right?
I don't know if I've
I
ever
don't know
had that.
either.
Are you
Is
fucking
this a
kidding me?
Midwest thing?
No. You can
It
get this
seems
at
like
the
a
fucking.
Midwest
You can
thing.
get this at the
Mm.
Dollar Tree, dude.
Mm.
A box of them for $1. Swiss cake rolls. You never had a Swiss cake
Will
roll.
you buy us a box
ch-
and then can we eat them at the show later? Today?
Sure. You
You don't think I'll forget if you promise me snacks? Bro.
later today?
Yeah.
We'll see. Anyway, they come in like a pack of 2, like a little pack. There's 2 of them on a little piece of paper, and they're basically like chocolate bread swirled up with frosting in it. You've never had one of these?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think I've had
I think
one.
it's like
no.
a cinnamon roll.
No.
No?
Just-
It's like
no.
colored bread too sometimes.
Oh my god, you guys are driving me
This is
crazy.
a weird Michigan
Have you ever
thing.
listened to Join the Journey by Aaron Jones?
Yeah.
He should call it Countdown Till I Commit
Yeah,
Suicide.
there was a point where I thought Aaron was dead because he didn't post anything for 4 days. Okay, I've seen those.
Do you think he does that on purpose? Oh, yeah. I've had those.
to build tension and anticipation? Probably.
Yeah.
I think I've had those.
You think?
I think.
If you had one, you'd fucking remember, dude.
It's not a dick, dude.
It's memorable. It's really good.
You're gonna have to buy me some.
Fuck you, George.
Come
I think you're lying to me, so I'll buy you snacks.
I don't see what the problem is.
I thought you watch what you eat. I mean,
I watch it go into my face. Like, no, I've been eating clean for 5 days now. It's fucking 5 days now.
Am I gonna ruin you if I bring Swiss cake rolls?
No, I'm past. I think I'm past
You
the
smoke
point.
enough weed.
I'm
you'll
just-
eat anything.
Whoa, man.
I'm trying to be balanced. I'm trying to eat relatively clean, but still enjoy it. So it's. Dude, we crushed a steak at Brooks. Like
That's healthy.
Where at?
at
At
Brooks.
They have a what is it? What do you call
At
that
Brooks
guy?
Bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have steak?
They-
I think they had food.
It was a solid ribeye. You threw it on the grill. It took like a half an hour.
Well, I
but
bet it was
it
delicious.
was bomb.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Is it like outside? He
Yeah,
just has a hibachi.
He's got a grill. Yeah.
Yeah.
He depends on what he had. Today he didn't. All he had was steak. Now he was like, I don't got sides. Like that's fine with me.
Yeah, that's an unusual place to do a show. It could be very rowdy,
It is.
and sometimes it can be very quiet.
Yeah.
Depending on
Also is.
Yeah, it's either really rowdy or really quiet and weird. It's
Yeah.
like, there's
Like-
no in between.
I remember I was there. There was this old guy just heckling everybody, and
Yeah, it's a normal occurrence.
I think it's
Yeah.
that same guy that's always down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like
He's really living his best life.
he was there this past Tuesday and it was his actual birthday, his 60th
no.
birthday.
God,
He
he looks
spent it
100.
at
I know the guy you're talking
and
about.
he spent it there. Like, oh my god. Do you
Can't
not
judge,
do you
though.
not
Like,
have
those
like
might be his friends?
Yeah, but do you not
That's
have
true.
have family?
Not
That's
in
like-
Disney.
Are those new tattoos? What are
No,
those?
I've had these for
Oh, I never saw
over a
those.
year. These are D&D dice.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
I know what that is because I listen to your podcast. That's when I turn it off.
Oh, that's
You
cute.
turn it back.
You have a lot of tattoos.
I do.
How,
And they're all gay.
Can you can you take me through them one by one? Which you got first?
Oh, the first one I got was a group this is stupid. It's called the Open
Crips?
The Open Micers.
Oh,
But
God.
at part of the Open Micers, that one guy that was, out of the 4 people, one guy's famous now. So
The SNL
I
guy?
didn't, no, he works for Chris Rock.
Oh, cool.
I never, listen, I was in the group. They had a leader of the group that made the name. He made videos when YouTube came out. I was new to comedy. I've been doing comedy about 4 years. We're friends, so I didn't really, did I think the name was stupid? Not really. I don't know. But I think it's
That was your first tattoo?
very first one. This
Wow.
one. And then,
bold.
yeah, it's bold.
Johnny Gold's really about the art.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Don't profile me. I have an open mic. It is weird. That is a stigma, being an open micer. I don't know if,
What do you mean?
it just, I don't know. I've been doing comedy so long, so I guess that's what I am. It's kind of sad in a way that even though I've done comedy all over and I consider myself stable enough to do comedy, but in the end, really to get known, like to be somebody like Theo Von we were talking about the other night, you have to have something else. And that something else is you really have to want it. Like the guy that got on Saturday Night Live, he was never the talented one. He wasn't the most talented. He never, matter of fact, when he got it, he was worried that he might have been canceled by saying something. And remember, I told you, he's never said anything canceled. If they cancel him, I told him that they would cancel jelly beans. No, but he had that thing.
Why does the black one taste the worst? Huh?
He had that thing that he thrived to get down and do different things. And I think that's what it takes to make it. You can get good on stage, but to go, like I've been going to Hollywood. I started in Hollywood, but I go to Hollywood now for the last year to do comedy. It's not a really good fit for me. Like last night I was doing a show and the guy kept bumping me. And then for people that were on a reality show, I said, "Hey, dude, when am I going up?" I don't know if I was tired. He goes, he told me to calm down. That pissed me off.
I would have left.
Dude, I did. Oh. I said, "I'll be in my car. Text me," because it was like 60 degrees out. We're doing it outside.
Ugh.
And he goes, "All right, well, you're after her." I go, "Thanks." And then I probably won't get booked on that, even if I did great, because we got into it.
Sounds like it doesn't matter if you get booked again there or not.
Yeah, no. It sounds like it's a shit show.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Ha, and I've done a lot of shows, and I know everybody down there, and it's nice to perform in front of like a house of people.
Yeah.
But like I said, the open micer thing can be a stigma for people that have been in the game for a long time, and you haven't made it. Like, why haven't I made it? Why didn't I do this? Because I didn't take that next step like those people did. They tried to get in directing, like he directed TV shows, and he knows people. He knows how to network. He knows how to get in and out of that slimy shit. But I'll tell somebody to go fuck off like I did last night. And I told a lady that was on the reality show, I go, she was getting off the stage, and they were calling me on stage. And I just said, "Get out of my way." I don't have any time for that. I don't have any time for
Was she good?
She was talking about her vagina. I tune out. That's probably why I don't know a lot about Alfred Muniz comedy. Because
you don't even know how to say his name.
No, at some point, I just tune myself out. I think like people like George I've known, I really respect. I've known him the longest out here. Ezekiel, who I love, and we really get along. And I became friends with Nick Laney just because we're complete opposite people that don't drink or don't smoke. So we always have, he loves comedy, I love comedy. So it's just that to make it, it's different now. Like
you have to want to make it. You have to
want that might have been my problem.
Want that kind of notoriety.
My parents were.
You don't seem like a person that wants to be in the public spotlight, but you want to do comedy for comedy. And you want to have a fan base, but you don't necessarily want people to be like all over you all the time.
I'm a people person, whether you like to believe it or not, William.
I guess I'm wrong then.
I know. I mean, I don't care. Sure, I'd like to perform. My goal would be to perform for 100 people 5 nights a week. I don't have this arena thing. I want to be into it I just want to do good stage work. I talked to my mom about this. She was on Broadway. She was an actress. My dad was an actor. And she said something. She goes, "You just like doing this because it's fun. It's kind of refreshing. You're not trying to make it." I guess she even saw that, and she hates my comedy because she sees that you don't. You're right. There is a certain thing. I don't know what it is. But to be honest with you, I don't care. So when you don't care about something, you're not going to really put the time into it.
Well, also you have a career and you have you have stability, so you're not
even though when I did
that elsewhere.
But I've always done comedy after I've done my regular life.
Right.
So I just wanted to get to do good stage work. That's all I care about, is to say things on stage that I think are me.
Yeah.
And then all the other shit, it'd be great. Like I listened to some comics, how they made it, like Ralphie May and Ari Shaffir, and they have these stories. But I've worked with famous people before, and it doesn't attract me. It just doesn't do anything for me. I don't know. So that's why I have open micers.
Yeah.
That's a long ass try out. The rest are just musicals.
Really?
Is that Hairspray?
West Side Story, because my mom was on Broadway. I didn't want to put mom. That's my company's name, Diesel One. And these are all musicals. Musical, Rent. That's the Olympics. That was my favorite Olympics, 1968. And those I know look like Mercedes symbols. But they're Carissa Gomez. Those are Mercedes symbols. And my sister has a Mercedes. I'm like, no, they're peace signs if you go like this. I do. I love getting tattoos. That's the only tattoo you have?
Yeah, right now. Yeah, I plan.
You
on
have
getting
perfect
more.
skin for tattoos. So does George.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
he
In my
does
culture, we
those.
have to wait till we kill someone to get our tattoos. So
That's smart. I should have done that.
I'm just chilling for a little
There's
bit.
a lot of people I wanted to kill. I could have had more tattoos.
George said if what is it? If we do a Spartan trifecta,
Yeah.
you'll get one.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
You know what a Spartan race is, Johnny Gold?
What is that? I know he likes swords and everything.
I fucking love swords.
If
dude.
it
Don't
involves
Well, listen to the
swords, that'd be
podcast.
awesome, dude.
I figure that we need one comic to show up on CNN.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. With a
Yeah.
katana, it better be a dope katana.
What is it?
Do you want to explain what a Spartan race is?
No. I think it would come.
Is it like
off-
Chariots of Fire?
What the fuck?
That's 1984.
If there was a chariot of fire, that would be dope.
That would be dope.
It's an obstacle course.
It sounds
it's like Tough Mudder or those.
shit.
What else is it? There's Tough
But
Mudder.
way
There's the
harder.
Spartan races. There's.
Do you have the Spartan helmets on?
That
That'd
would
be cool.
Fucking great. I would be
Yeah.
in. If I have to pay extra for that, still in.
We
Oh,
had
so-
we had headbands.
So you like the movie Gladiator then?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
who
that
doesn't
was
though?
great.
You
That
know.
was
was
great.
great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Joaquin Phoenix was such a pussy. He was so good.
Yeah.
In
I
that
love it.
especially.
Yeah. Awesome.
I know you guys have wanted to do that at your open mic so many times. That would
No,
be-
no. What I want to do is hug someone and just shank you in the right under the fucking arm. Good luck, bitch.
There
Instead
is
of
a
an open mic, instead of how like there was like the Gong shows that
Oh
was
yeah,
popular.
I remember that.
Just release a lion instead.
That Hideaway
Yeah.
is a trip now. It's very quiet. God,
It's
what
weird.
did we do? We went loud. I performed for one person.
God,
then the one
fucking
guy
kill
left
me,
and
right?
he came back. And I thank you for coming back. Thanks for coming back, man. We're wondering about you.
But
Yeah.
that's
And
comedy.
my time got cut.
Rude.
Your time got cut?
Uh huh.
You should have got 10 minutes, right?
I
He
was-
told me they were
okay.
giving 10 minutes for. He goes, I'm giving 10 minutes for veteran comics. I go, where are the veteran comics at? He goes, well, wait a minute, John. He gets very serious. I don't like.
we don't have any veteran comics.
Yeah, I mean, let's break down our scene. It's actually a lot of newer comics.
Right now, yeah,
There-
especially.
It's all newer comics, and then the salesman Brian Matthews. He knows how to sell his jokes like kind of like Amway. Is Amway still around?
I think Amway is now Quickstar, right?
I don't
know what
know
either
that.
of
It's
those
weird
are.
that you know that.
Yeah, and then they have their all natural subsidiary is a Melaleuca, right?
I'm pretty sure Alfred would know that.
No, he knows like deep state MLMs,
What's MLM?
multi-level marketing
Ugh.
companies like Lululemon and no, not Lululemon.
It's not the yoga.
Lul-
pen?
Herbalife.
LuLaRoe.
Herbalife.
Am I talking LuLaRoe? I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
There's that one that Mormon wife lady. She made a whole line of clothes and then convinced other
Tupperware?
white ladies to sell it for her.
Mary Kay Cosmetics. They have the pink
That's
Cadillac.
Yeah, that's another
I
one.
love that.
Hey, if you get a pink Cadillac out of the deal, that's not that bad, you know.
I would love a pink
I'd
Cadillac.
rather have a pink like Honda Civic.
Dude, when you drove by, I was like, Johnny Gold, that like you have like pearls hanging from your mirror.
That's from no. That's some of those are chains that I wear, but that one is from the Aaron Chase roast.
Oh, the beads.
I had it
That's right.
around my wrist, and I said, "I'll put this over here for Aaron Chase."
Makes you look
So
like
when-
a real old lady.
Yeah, I know. So when Aaron Chase jumps in front of the train, I like, rest in peace, Aaron Chase. Point to the
when
point to
Aaron
the
dies,
beads.
it's gonna fall off your mirror, or vice versa.
You're gonna
When it
start
falls off,
wrapping around your hand like a rosary.
Right, I think when Aaron Chase dies, he'll still have a TikTok.
Do you think?
He'll
they'll have
come
cute
back.
posts that'll come out
Yeah.
for the next 2.5 months.
Dude, some of the shit on that TikTok, somebody's got to get a hold of him. He's like, okay, when I go, like, he doesn't talk like a black guy. If we're being stereotypical,
Whoa.
Right.
I think he would be very offended by
no,
that.
he
He
doesn't
talks
do
like a
it.
person.
Right. That's a stereotypical comment that I made. That Nick Laney wrote that for me before I came in. But he goes on the west side. I got to do this kind of comedy on the South Side.
Oh
To
my
do
God.
this kind of
He's breaking it down.
Yeah, he's breaking it down. And then he goes, crowd. I'm not going to call it crowd work. I'm going to call it getting to know the audience.
Yeah.
And then, oh God, I just love Aaron Chase. I just don't know why he's so.
He's trying to rebrand comedy, bro. Let him be.
Right.
I
All
don't know. I
right.
don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, you're good friends with him, so you.
I don't
know.
know. I was making a joke.
I think if he put a straitjacket on and went on stage,
It would make sense.
it would. A pink straitjacket.
Or just put a straitjacket on and just stayed in his house. That would make sense too. He'd be like, yeah.
I feel bad that he broke up with his girlfriend. That sucks.
And they're living together. Yeah, we should have him on.
We should have her on too. Then that's a good podcast. Thanks, George. I was listening to the Bert Kreischer and Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, I was listening to it earlier today.
Yeah, that guy's insane.
He's so funny.
I don't know how he's making it in life. That guy parties so much.
Figures it out.
Yeah, he
You know?
does. I never seen his comment. I've never even listened to it.
I remember seeing him on Comedy Central a long time ago, like his half hour.
Oh, real before he made it.
Mm-hmm.
I bet
And
that.
I don't think I've seen him since. Actually, no, I watched his last special. It was like Secret Time.
Oh, okay.
I
He
watched
takes
that.
his shirt off, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Well,
Hey, well, I mean, whatever, you know.
he made it. Like I said, making it is I don't know how you guys want to make it. You probably have your own personal thoughts.
That's
about
that level is. I don't think you expect to get to that level. Like,
Right.
You just want to be able to do comedy for a living and just do it full time and not have to go to work, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, like, you reach that point, and then if it so happens that you get lucky enough to blow up, and you work hard enough to where you blow up,
Right.
then, oh Jesus, yeah.
Nick Laney does a podcast with Richard Villa and the guy Clark from the
Oh yeah, I know Clark.
The
I know Clark
Improv.
real well.
and they ask him questions about how do you get in there, and his basically the long answer of many answers is you got to pack the place out. That's it. It's
Yeah.
got, what is it, sit 300 people or something, or the Improv
350-ish.
at the Ontario Improv.
Yeah.
If you pack it out, YouTube star, you work there, you've
Mhm.
seen it. If it's packed out and they're buying drinks, they're happy.
They don't care
They
how
don't
funny
give
it
a
is.
shit.
Yeah.
It's a business.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
I heard the podcast where you said, why don't they nurture talent? They could do that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they could do that on a slow night.
Yeah.
Like just have auditions for 2 hours.
Yeah.
you didn't even need to do
once
that.
a
You just
month.
need to do open mic.
Right.
That's
but did they
enough.
ever watch anybody on the open mic?
No, but they could.
What about
And-
the guy
and-
that's dressed as the gorilla?
Yeah, I mean,
I love you, kid.
He's got a.
Ghostface Killer? I don't know what
I don't
his
know.
name is.
I love you, kid. I need you to host.
But I mean, like, if there was an opportunity for young comics to get a guest spot on a weekend show, like a Thursday show,
Right.
like in front of a headliner, like that's something, like that gives you the opportunity to do it. If you crush for 5 minutes, maybe that headliner likes you. Maybe they want to take you on the road. Like that's the kind of thing you need.
That's what you need.
You don't need exposure to people or like you don't need exposure to crowds like when you're early on. You need exposure to someone that can get you in front of more crowds. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
because if you just doing comedy, yeah, you can slowly like build a following, but you need someone to be like, I opened for this person and I went to fucking Miami. We went to Pennsylvania. We went to Indiana. And then you just start gaining fans everywhere. That's how you pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the disgraced comics like Louis C.K., Chris D'Elia, Carlos Mencia. I know you might not agree with that. I don't really like Joe Rogan, so what he did, but those people bring people on the road that they would have never brought if they didn't get canceled, supposedly canceled, whatever that means. So Joe List and Mark Norman, they got to go with Louis C.K., and even though they are talented, and then other ones too. Like you said, that's a great point. A young comic opening up for Theo Von all over the country for a year
is way more important
Wow.
than doing like.
then you get in the
Dude,
clubs.
You could do all the brewery shows, all the bar shows in your
Right.
local region, but that's not nearly as important as being able to impress a headliner who can introduce you to millions of people.
That's right. Like if you open up for Tom Segura for a year,
Yeah, that's way bigger.
then you would be able to get in
Yeah,
the clubs.
but
let's
you
say
have to
it's a
impress the
MC
head-
or something.
You have to impress that headliner first. Like you're not like the
Right.
improv isn't booking hosts anymore to like open for weekends because people are bringing their own hosts
because
now.
of COVID too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
and so,
heard you
like,
say that.
Every headliner is bringing their whole show.
yeah,
So
they're not
there's-
picking a local.
yeah, no,
unless they're in the
so-
middle of nowhere, maybe.
right, so there's like almost no way to
Like in LA, they're not definitely.
right. So I don't know. It's a weird
I heard.
game right now.
You know who opens up for Eliza Schlesinger? Her ego. Kaboom.
I think
That was a joke, William.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Thank you.
Sorry,
I
my
deserve
fault.
that.
That was my fault.
Do you have a boo?
We should.
We should have a boo.
No.
What's the other one? No, it's a very positive podcast.
Yeah.
It is. Really? Has it been? I think the only positive thing is that this is a condo.
No, I feel like comedy is just a trade school, and like right now the school's not taking any applications. It's like no one wants to help. They can't help because of COVID. It's like I would love to, have an opportunity. And Flappers is probably the only place that's giving you a certain path through into entertainment.
And those headliners are already getting flooded with comics being like, I've been doing comedy for a year and a half. Here's my 5 minutes. Can I open for you? Like, that they're getting that every single day.
Yeah.
So what are you just going to send them an email? That's not going to work. So I don't know.
What about a homing pigeon?
Yo,
might
that'd
work.
be dope.
That might be better. Like
If
a
a
carrier
pigeon landed on my car with a fucking note, I'd be like, hold the phone.
with a videotape.
a GoPro attached to
Yeah.
his fucking neck.
Watch
You're
me.
opening up for Tom Segura.
I'm in.
Thank
That'd
you,
be cool.
pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're just at a point where, like, levity doesn't have to cultivate talent, and it kind of falls upon the community to cultivate its own talent. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of people who run the comedy side of entertainment with integrity and treat it as a craft or as a real pursuit. They almost treat it with the same disdain that people that don't do it treat it with, because they're like, oh, I can make some money here if I just bring some funny people and, tell the bar owner I want 20% of the sales. Like, that's the fact that that's a real avenue is also a hindrance to real comics.
Do you think like now people just think they can do comedy more or less, like maybe
Yeah.
not like back in the day?
Yeah. There is
There's
this.
like, oh, I can do this.
I'll coin it. This toxic positivity comedy. Absolutely.
Right. That guy Riley, he just started.
Mm-hmm.
Is that his name?
I don't know.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little white boy.
I've never seen him.
No.
I've never seen a guy that's done comedy about 10 times be so fucking arrogant and positive and swag. He was just like, I'm like, he came up to me and goes, man, I saw your set. You real. I go, I want to say, get the fuck away from me. It's the first thing I wanted to say. Because it's just so fucking weird. But I said, oh, thank you. Yeah. Have you seen my set? I'm like, God. Yes, I have. Yes. I've seen a lot of sets. After a while, I still like watching comedy too. But, you guys have it way worse because you run shows. So you have to watch. Well, not so much George because he gets to work behind the bar. But William
I
does.
should.
I
I try
It
to.
must be taxing to go through 20, 30 comics in an open mic, especially when they have no humanity. Kind of, it's like they just deserve to say that horrible shit that they're saying. It's like when
There's no humility.
Yeah, it's like when I
Yeah.
started in Hollywood in the black rooms, I shut the fuck up. I didn't say anything for 4 fucking years. I would go, maybe I'm available on Saturday. And they would say, no, you can do the open mic or whatever. And I never said, well, come on. And, I never was like asking to be put on shows when you should never be asking. Probably the first 5 years.
I agree.
Or demanding payment.
Yeah,
your
see, I could never run a show. You guys, Nick Lane, the people that run shows, I don't know how you do it because
Because we have to.
I
no
know
one
you-
else will.
Well, you
know?
like doing it
I
too.
don't. I fucking hate it.
You don't like doing the improv show though?
No. Do you know how
Stressful.
stressful that is
Yeah,
for me?
I saw. I'm getting to know because I never was into the bringer show thing when I was doing it. I think one of my friends had a show at the Improv, Hollywood Improv that we did, but he said you don't got to bring anybody; they'll just be there.
Mhm.
But I've seen your face, even at that Solaris Brewing, and then your face at the open mic, and then I saw Nick Laney like stressing out at his show because people are just, he's trying to do all this shit. I wouldn't even know what to do if I had to do that.
What do you mean? Not book a bringer? Just
No,
book
just
a good
not
show.
book. Yeah, I know. It's like you said. What I'm trying to say is it's stressful.
It's
And
stressful,
especially
though.
then you got to go up and do comedy. Too.
Yeah, it's only
That's
stressful because you're
bullshit.
wearing so many hats,
Right.
and we're only wearing so many hats because someone big like the Improv or even the store isn't necessarily cultivating talent where they could and they should, and
Right.
it's like if not us, who else? And if the other people are doing it mediocrely, we can't stop because that makes us look bad now. It makes the
Yeah.
scene look bad. No one, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're from the IE." Oh, we'll skip. There needs to be someone treating this craft with integrity.
Yeah. A lot of people throw shade at the IE. I've gotten
Yeah.
into conversations with people that Gerardo, that cunt. And please don't edit that. He's the biggest motherfucker. I was there when he was quitting drinking, and I was just calming him down.
We
I was
were
like-
there when he started comedy.
Yeah, I there was one time he was at O'Dominick's. He goes, John, could you tell him to put me up right? I can't be in a bar. I go, sure, I'll ask him. I understand you're trying to quit drinking. Cool. And then he comes up here and he calls women bitches and he's calling people throwing shit just because it's the IE. I hear what they say about the IE at Chatterbox, and I got in a big blowout in the parking lot with Jackson Lynn, Joshua Wad. That's his name, right?
The Chatterbox crew. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're all out there. And I said, you can go fuck yourself, man. Because I know when we go on stage here, I know what I can't say. I can't say fag, cunt, nigger. I said all the shit. He goes, but you're saying it in the parking lot. I go, shut the fuck up. You don't even do comedy. Just shut up. Don't come to the IE and just think that it's trash. What? Just because it's the Inland Empire? I just view it like when you had that LA comic at Solaris, he was one of the first that didn't go, where am I? Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, where am I?
He was
Is
good.
this-
Jared Castlebaum.
Yeah,
funny
he,
guy.
he didn't go, where am I? Is this Rancho Cu-" I mean, shut up.
Yeah.
Mikey McKernan, he's a great guy. He never says that. He does comedy everywhere. I think we have a weird reputation out here. I don't know why. Maybe because they think it's scum out here.
I'm trying to do what I can, and I think we are trying to do what we can to turn that around. And I think, it is taxing to watch so many comics. I guarantee that nobody else is watching their scene as close as we are.
Right.
And trying to legitimately help the people that want to get better and offer opportunities where no one else will. So, we're trying to turn it around, but it's so hard because, again, people just think that they can do comedy.
Yeah.
It's too nice almost, right?
Well, I don't, I was listening to Alfred. How do you say his last name?
Munoz.
Munoz. Sound like a...
Said it like you're on a language app.
I did, didn't I?
Munoz.
And you can buy that from Alfred for $29.95. He said something that was shocking. Besides that Dave Chappelle thing, I guess he's a Republican. That was a murder. I don't think.
Man, look at Johnny Gold sending people back to listen to an old episode. Keep doing it. I love it.
I don't think he. I've listened to all your episodes. I've jerked off to 7.
That's weird. Will's been on 7.
No, the one that Joe Beltran was on. Anyway,
Naturally. When he was talking about maybe dying,
yeah,
that got to me too.
If he died, I would be like, fuck it, rest in peace. I bought him $100 shirt that he lost. Fuck that motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding, Joe. He'll probably kill himself at 40. But anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, he said that he told this guy, a guy was singing on stage.
Yeah.
That was from your podcast.
Yeah.
And he told the guy, what are you doing up there when he came off stage? I would never do that. You know what I would do? I would make fun of him behind his back with all the comics in the back of the room. That's what you're supposed to do. That's old school. I would never come up to somebody, even that Riley kid or anything, somebody just starting out. I mean, I would make fun of him, but to approach him and then say something about him on stage, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm concentrating about what I got to fucking
Absolutely.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I hate it when people come up to me and be like, "So what do you think about my set?" It's like, bro, do you
Yeah. Well, they're just
do you
because
really want to
they're-
go through this?
Yeah. Yeah, they do, obviously, if they're asking.
What do you think about your set? Let's talk about that first, you know?
Right. And if they're brand new, they're going to ask you because they see that you're running the shit.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, but you should
Like, well, what do you want to say to them?
Don't talk to
you
me.
should know. You should know. That's
But what
I
if you're
wanna
just
say.
starting out and you don't know?
Then you need to keep doing it.
Keep doing it
Right.
until you do know.
Yeah.
That's what you just say. Just keep
Just keep
going
doing
on. Yeah.
But then
Keep
it sounds
going
like a cop out. You're like, oh, he's a fucking asshole. He didn't want to give me advice. And I was just
Well,
asking.
they
to be
just don't
nice.
know yet, and that's their problem.
And it'll be better because if they get better, then they didn't take. I mean, I'm pretty sure if Dave Chappelle told a comic 2 years in, hey, man, don't do that, they might listen to him. So maybe the guy shouldn't take any advice. I don't know how that is.
Yeah.
I
But
really
I mean,
don't know.
that's why you don't tell anybody, you know, don't do your art, you know, right? I mean,
Yeah,
you
I-
don't seem like that kind of person. Like,
No, I don't. Like, I like joke writers like you guys write jokes. George has a great, I think George, and that's why you're on that San Dimas show. Because,
That's why.
Yep.
yeah, William, that's another story.
Not,
Just kidding. Relax.
not so much.
Don't be so fucking sensitive. Listen,
I'm not.
If anyone, I'm the sensitive one.
Nick Laney goes, I'm putting George on the show. And I said, okay.
Is that
You
the
know,
clean show?
No, it's
Oh.
at the San Dimas Brewery. You did it before, didn't you?
Not that one.
You had to
But I'm
cancel
on
it or something.
Yeah, I need a lot of advance notice.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Anyway, I said, you don't have to worry about George because he has his set. So you could put him on stage for 15 minutes, go in the back, fucking shoot up heroin, whatever the fuck you... Yeah,
Don't tell everyone what Nick Laney does on his on his free
Wow.
All
time,
right.
dude.
Eating Skittles. But you don't have to worry. That's what you want on a book show. Here's the thing. When people ask you to be on their shows that are not ready, you got to be honest with them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was honest with me when I first started out. They said, no, you'll never be on my show. I didn't. What did I say? I used to go home to my
Fuck.
girlfriend. I go, you know, this stand-up comedy thing, man, I don't know if I want to do it. But you eventually... you have to make a decision to go all in. But if you told a guy, like if somebody brand new, like Sergio Mendez, he's brand new, asks you, hey, can I do the improv show? You got to say, fuck no.
Yeah.
And then he has to understand. If he doesn't, he'll learn a year or two later.
Yeah.
Some people are mad that they don't get on shows. Me included.
A lot of people are mad.
Everybody is. Listen, if you
I'm
see
not that
one
bad.
guy, come on.
I'm really
Everybody's got a ego and everybody's sensitive. If you see a lineup, like Stephanie Michelle used to come up to me and goes, John, I want to put you on my show, but you're unpredictable. And then Alec Damani goes, yeah, you are. I go, good. I don't care. That's your thing. That's fine. I don't give a shit. That's at this point of 17 years in, I don't care. But if I was doing comedy 3 or 4 years and somebody told me that, I would be hurt. But if you really want to do this, you'll go back. You'll
Yeah.
come back.
But
Right?
don't you think if you wanted the stage time and you were to ask for it, you could get it? Don't
I
you
like
think?
Juan Cias's approach. John, just show up. I don't want to ask. No, I know the people that book me, and I don't know. I like to let everybody do their thing. I don't know. Like, I feel bad. I was booked on every one of Joe Beltran's and Aisha's show, and Frankie put me up. I don't want to do their shows anymore. I've done it enough. It's
Oh yeah,
there's-
you did the one that I did.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
luckily
Yeah.
the next time it was great because they had
Yeah.
the stage
Yeah,
made
that's
out
what
of
I
the
heard.
5-gallon buckets. That was weird.
Yeah, mine was
Felt like a-
fucking awful.
Yeah, mine was. Everybody's was. All I know is there was a lady in the front row with a Baby Yoda backpack, and I said, "I'm actually first time I actually felt like I was too old to do comedy. I just wanted to get the fuck." Yeah, I was sitting next to your girlfriend when you were up there, and she said something to me like, "Is it always like, why do they have it like this?" And I go, "Well, you'll find out. It's not conducive for comedy."
at that show at the
Well,
at
at
that
the
brewery
time,
show? Or
yeah,
at this-
remember Steven Espinosa had to get up on the bench. It just wasn't set up.
Okay.
It was their
Yeah,
first
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
I don't blame Frankie. I know it's a bitch running a show, but yeah, I think you should ask to be on shows. That's what I always told.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like
Ask.
if you Johnny Gold were to ask, you know that you would probably get 80% of the asks. You know,
Probably. I don't know. Sometimes.
Yeah, and that's why like I don't get mad when somebody doesn't book. Like if we want a stage somewhere, we can go get it. It's not a problem. And even if like I want a show somewhere, I'll go get it. At this point, like that's not a thing.
I think you're right, though. You have to be a little more meaner when it comes to what these comics want when they first start.
Yeah,
You have to. You don't just
honest,
become
not
Jimi
mean.
Hendrix after 1 week or
Yeah.
3 open mics. Like some of these motherfuckers sitting on the stool acting like they're fucking Bill Hicks.
Or
because
getting
it's-
up on the counter at Placitas. Dude, I've seen at least 3 different comics do that.
What counter you mean?
Right there, that shelf behind
that little island.
that island right outside at Placitas.
I haven't been there enough. Is it by the water fountain?
There's a water
There's
fountain.
a water fountain.
I
at
don't know
Placitas?
that.
I think he's just talking about an oasis. Yeah.
No, I was thinking about Denny's. No, I'm just kidding. That's an old joke. No, I get up on a table.
Yeah,
That seems
yeah.
dangerous.
But like, how do you teach stagecraft? Because I think that's what it is. How do you teach stagecraft without a stage?
Yeah.
You know, like it's not.
Go listen to podcasts.
But
you
it's,
could do
it's
that.
That's what I did.
You're
That's
also
where
making-
I learned everything I know.
And you worked at the Improv. See, maybe all
Yeah.
comics should work at the Improv first. I just thought of this because you get to see the ins and outs and the cruelty of comedy. They will.
and the bar where it lies. You get
Yeah.
to see how fucking high that really is, and how the
Right.
rest of us really aren't shit. Like,
Because these people, they see the open mics, they see people trying jokes, and then they go up and do comedy. Go, I can do that.
yeah. One of the best compliments I think we got is we had someone from Solorio buy tickets to our improv show, and then on their way out go, "You guys were way better here, and this is where you should be doing it." Like that
Oh,
the
weird.
show at the improv it's just set up better. You know, it's
Right.
for comedy, and they went from a show that was, I guess, okay enough for them to buy tickets to exceed their expectations at the club is felt great. You know,
Yeah, that's
to know that we're going in the right direction, I guess, and put on a good show.
so they were at the Improv show, and then they liked Solarius better.
No, they
No,
liked
opposite.
Solorios.
Oh, okay.
They liked Solorios. They loved the improv.
Nice.
Like-
That's the one with Paul Lagoda, right?
Paulo Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him on TV.
Paul Agoda.
I don't know.
The pagoda. You guys
Oh,
were at
hey,
the pagoda.
At least I remembered his last name.
Sort of.
You remembered a letter.
I don't even remember Alfred's last name.
Yeah. But that was a good show, and that's all we try to do, I think. you
Well,
know?
Paul Antonio books Hollywood comics. He's really big into comics that he feels are going to get him somewhere. Like I said, the guy who made it on SNL, he was like that. He knew how to work his way in
Yeah.
with famous people.
But that's also that scene.
Well, I'm talking about when you're doing comedy in Fullerton. They're doing a show in Fullerton. They got all these Hollywood comics and stuff like that. And so when he asked me, to come, I just said no, I won't come because you don't have Ezekiel on that show, and Ezekiel's the only funny one out of all the people that you started with. He's the real talent. I saw him at your show at Solarius. He's even getting better.
It's funny.
He used to be kind of combative a little, but I think at the Solaris, he was kind of being almost endearing, which I don't think he's
Charming.
Just
Yeah.
trying to convince people instead of
Yes.
forcing it into him.
right because he can.
Because he does do like dark comedy, so he has to
No,
like
I've seen him.
convince people that it's funny.
He's
It's,
the
you
only
know.
guy. Like I guess I said something at one of his shows, and then the guy said, "You can't have that guy, the older guy, back." And he said, "Fuck
Dude.
you." He goes, "Fuck you."
The only reason we haven't allowed someone back at one of our shows is because they threatened violence on one of the other comics. That was it, though.
being at your improv show.
No, this was just like
a
open
mic.
mic.
You mean like at a booked show
No, this was just at an open mic.
and
But
threatened to violence?
This quote unquote comic
Right.
person who did comedy threatened another comic, and we were like, yeah, we're not having him back.
Was there alcohol involved? Probably.
I mean, yeah, of course.
No, not even a full beer. Just
Half
a
a beer.
broken person.
Yeah.
and a broken person.
Yeah, so unfortunate.
Right. I mean, you don't want any violence.
But I've never had someone tell me don't bring someone back. That's bananas. Don't tell me how to run my show.
Yeah.
I made fun of the owner. She was in a walker. I might have been on something like I was like not even doing material. I was doing 15 minutes worth of crowd work because I walked in that room. I said, fuck this shit, which I do all the time. And for some reason, just when I was doing really good, about to get off stage, I saw the lady in a walker. And I said, I hope you walk someday.
Oh my God.
Jesus, Johnny.
And it was the owner. And Ezekiel, he felt bad. So guess what I did? I was doing a show at Ironbark for Gay Pride. They're right next to it. I went and talked to the owner. I said, dude, that was my fault. Don't cancel a show. The kid is 30 years old. Give him another shot. And they are.
Nice.
I won't be here because your food sucks. But they have good comedy. And at the Improv, you kind of know who you need to have on that show when you have to bring it and you have 200 people there. You can't be fucking around.
I didn't have 200 people there. I don't know what rumors you heard.
Well, whatever you have. It's hard to... How do you get people in that
I had like
show?
7. It's right in the front.
No, how many total people did you have?
I really don't remember. Not anymore. But I mean, that's not...
It was a good show, though, you said.
Did
they like it?
That's what we try to do, is just book good shows. And I think we do that consistently enough,
I think
in
you
terms
do.
of the shows. Like, I think we bring you a lineup that you're going to want to watch. Because I've been booked on some shows where it's like, this is a fucking chore. And I'm fourth. I'm going to hang myself in this closet that you call a green room. And I don't.
If there is a green room.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to feel like,
True.
Like, yes, they have to be there, but I want it to be a good time too. I don't want to be there and it not be a good show.
But that improv show that you did, the recent one, had to be better than your last one because Jay Light bombed for 30 minutes. He was fucking horrible. And I didn't like that he didn't admit it. Even Danny Frank, who's good friends with him, he goes, well, some of that material... I was laughing at Danny Frank. Danny Frank was...
Who's popular over here?
Oh, that's my phone.
Johnny Gold popular.
Danny Frank, who's good friends with Jay Light. That's New Edition for
God,
Danny
you
Frank.
would have
Nice.
this as your fucking ringtone.
I love
huh?
New Edition, man. I am black at heart.
Our most recent improv show exceeded all of our expectations, I think. In terms of just turnout, just the show on its own. Like, it was a great crescendo into a finale.
And you put a lot of work in that. You want to have a good show. Even at Solaris Brewing, you want...
I do want to have a good show.
That's great. So does Nick Laney. So does Stephanie Michelle. There's nobody running shows out here. There's like, I got the...
disagree.
I don't know any of them.
There's plenty of
Oh,
people
yeah, I know who you're talking
putting
about.
shows together.
Well, I was asked... I love this podcast because you can be really open. At the Mike James podcast, when is Mike James going to come out as a white comedian? Does anybody
It's the only one of us that wears a blazer. to
Really?
the shows.
Online dating. Am I right, guys? Shut the fuck up, Mike James. You did his podcast. His apartment is nice.
Yeah.
super nice.
Yeah.
Super dope. Yeah.
I
It's
love
not
Mike
a condo,
James.
though.
It isn't. You own this.
But he has a
place.
high ceiling and it's in a good area. And
Is it?
yeah, Chino Hills is nice. Dude, there's a dope taquito spot that we hit.
Chino
afterwards.
Hills is
True.
nice. That's a
Yeah.
nice area.
Yeah.
But you own this. How long have you been here?
2 years.
And so you signed. Oh shit! You signed a 30-year, or
20. No. It
20.
was short. It was very short. And yeah. We're trying to pay it off, though,
yeah.
Trying to get
Paying
out,
it off in 5, baby.
Trying to get out of the hill.
Not-
the heel of the man, bro.
What were we talking about? I was putting somebody down. It was so awesome. Well, I said something about
No, we were just talking about putting on good shows.
Oh,
People
yeah.
out here want to put out
that
good shows.
that one guy, Jason. Is that his name?
Derulo?
No. Oh yeah.
Best
My-
Instagram on the
My
fucking
ex-girlfriend wanted to
website.
take me to his concert, and I said, "That's it. I'm kicking you out the fucking house." I went to Lady Gaga, which unbelievably good.
Lady Gaga puts
Yeah.
on a show.
I couldn't believe it. She took me for my 48th birthday party. I was like, "This is a party for you. It's not for me." Who the fuck is Lady Gaga? I was like,
Stephanie Germanotta, you don't know who that is?
the guy next to me was wrapped in police tape,
Nice.
naked,
Nice.
at the Staples Center. It was
that
badass.
makes sense, dude. Every time you go to LA, you see something fucking interesting, you know?
Yeah.
No, but that
Amazing.
Jason guy who runs the IE Comedy Hour, kind of shady. So I won't do shows. I talked to Dick Salas, and he goes, I'm with him now, and it's changing. And I'm like, nah, I would.
They're gonna hang a banner that says under new management.
Listen, I know Dick Salas or Richard Salas, but I was like, it would go against everything that I believe if I did any of his shows. So I can't, but I appreciate it. I just wouldn't do their shows. I know you guys
speak
have
with
done
your
it.
dollar, so I haven't.
I haven't done it in a while.
Right.
It's been a long time.
I mean, he actually has some pretty good shows. I mean, he has like 3 or 4 bars, but the way he runs is completely opposite of you and Nick Laney and Stephanie.
Yeah, but they have more followers, so maybe he's doing it right.
How do you figure that out?
The numbers on their Instagram.
I don't know how to do that. Stop it, William.
Their number
Look
is
how you are.
bigger than ours.
70. What's the number?
I don't know.
Where's the number on Instagram? I don't even
on
know how
their
to
account.
At the top.
at the top by their
Of their
face.
profile,
Wait,
yeah.
Johnny Gold, do you not know how many followers you have?
Oh yeah. Oh, I do. I don't have that many. That's under 1,000. Not as many as what's his name? DC. What's that guy's
Young
name?
Fly?
Oh God. Him and Tyler Perry have put black people back about 1,000 years.
Oh, my God.
God. they're
Johnny Gold
fu-
has 774 followers.
That's pretty good. That's more than I have.
Yeah.
Probably 400 of that is Alfred's Bitcoin. People selling
He didn't
Bitcoin.
sell us a single Bitcoin.
The funniest part was he goes, I want to make $100,000 a year. I'm like, oh, Alfred's all right, cool. And then George said 60, and then you said 40. He just went down. You were thinking Midwest prices.
I'm just thinking what I make now. If if I had like double that, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but you have a college degree.
Yeah.
You could work for an enterprise. They used to be my client. I go, how do you get a job here? He goes, you have to have a college education to rent cars.
In what?
For what?
In what? Oh no, just have a paper.
No, you
Yeah.
you just have to have one.
To rent cars?
Yeah.
Or I was in the truck.
Yeah, but you're trying to just get by. I'm trying to enjoy my
Yeah.
life, and I can
Yeah.
do that with 60 a year easy.
I'm trying to get by so that I can transition into doing comedy full time easier.
That's
And
cool.
keep my overhead low. Then I can.
Yeah.
It takes less comedy to make that transition.
See, you have an insight that I never had because you have worked at the Improv and you know the things that you have to do. I'm not saying that you're an expert. What I'm saying is that
I'm kind of an expert.
I never. Okay. I know. I did.
Resident door guy.
I did your podcast in the green room. I
Yeah.
remember that was cool. So that's cool to have that knowledge on how you can, like you said, you opened up for Public Francisco.
Yeah, that's a working comic.
Luck of the
Right.
draw.
Did he know who you were?
Fuck no.
By
I
the end of
even-
the weekend, he did.
How high-
I even gave him my name and phone number and email address on a card, and I was like, "Hey, if you ever need like an opener again, just
Right.
let me know."
He seems nice.
Nothing. Never.
Does
Never.
he still do the things they say he did, or no?
No, not anymore. No.
I don't think he's too old now.
I was like, as like someone that performs with him, you have to like watch him. Like you're like a, what do they call it? Like a
designated
like
driver.
a no.
Gonna take his keys?
like like you just kind of keep an eye out, make sure like there's no alcohol in the green room and shit.
Right.
And
Oh.
make sure
He
he's
was
not
one of the
drinking.
first comics I ever saw way before I did comedy that I laughed hysterically.
Yeah, dude, I remember watching him. Literally, I was in middle school watching him on TV, like on Comedy Central.
Right.
Yeah, and then
He did the Jerry Springer thing, and I just happened to have the Klansmen in the back, and here's the black people. I just
remember him doing like his movie, like the movie guy, like
Yeah.
the movie commercial guy, and I don't know. It's
But-
weird to like then like be bringing him on stage. Like, wow,
That's
that's
strange.
fucking crazy, man.
I mean, I never thought, when you think back and look at all those pros, you never thought, oh, I can do that. I never thought that.
No,
No, definitely not.
I
I
still
never-
still think that. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't
Don't
do what
even
they
When you
do.
see somebody
There.
that's,
Dude, like Corey Holcomb.
yeah,
It's just like bam, 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 bam. It's like fuck.
yeah,
dude.
he sells out. Huh?
Oh yeah,
He's got a nice following
yeah. He's
for
great.
as mean as his comedy is
Yeah,
to
I
women.
mean he did
It's
Black
crazy.
Jesus too.
What's Black Jesus?
This is like Adult Swim show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because throws a lot of shade with women.
I mean, he does
which
like
is a lot
he does
of the comedy club scene.
His whole act is like about side bitches and
Right.
knowing your place. It's pretty funny.
And he's mean. When I came up, when I came up, they were a lot meaner. Like there was this one comic who was successful. Like when you asked him something or talked to him, like I asked him a relevant question. I go, why do black people? They have a close knit with Indian people, like they're part Indian. I didn't understand the joke. And he turned to another comic and goes, what did that guy say to me? Like he wouldn't even acknowledge me. Like he would not. He goes, oh, he doesn't talk to you if he knows you are a horrible comic. I was like,
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
that freaked me out.
I know that there have been some headliners come through the Improv that like won't, or like they don't order from the waiter or waitress that comes in the green room. Like they have like their assistant order for them. Like they'll literally be sitting on the couch like on their phone, and the waiter will come in and be like, "What do you want?" And he'll be like, "I want this, this, and this," and then she'll repeat the order.
If I made it that big, I would be just internally grateful. I would never, if people wanted to come back there and party, I
wouldn't do that.
I don't care.
We need to calm
I feel
down.
bad when
I don't think
have to
people
tip
would
our
party.
server. I'm like, bro, I didn't make that much money. This is all I can give you. I wish it was more.
Right.
I'm so poor. So bad.
But I bet you that Paul gentleman from Hawaii, I bet he was gracious. He seems like a gracious person.
He was super nice.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Too
though.
nice.
Too nice.
Yeah, like you would expect, because he's a legitimately bona fide comic. Like
right.
He's a comic.
And he tours and
yeah, he didn't name drop one time. He was very polite to everybody in the green room. He was very humble. He wasn't braggadocious. Meanwhile, this guy's like headlining internationally, and he was still a person, and that's what I appreciated. And
is he a clean comic? I think he is.
He's not I wouldn't book him like as a blue comic, but he's not. He's certainly cursed a few times. And
who else did you have on the show? Alec Damani.
Who do we have? So it's me, Will, Alec, Brian, Frank, and Paul. Yeah.
Frank who?
Frank Castillo.
Oh, Frank. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The roast battle guy.
Yeah. Also very nice. Very
nice.
Very chill, very understanding, but a comic. I relate to people that are comics.
He featured.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Came out, drove out.
He came to Joe's backyard, Mike.
Yeah.
That's
a comic. He'll do it anywhere, and he do it for the love, and he's not. I don't know. There's an entitlement that I'm running into a lot these days of does it pay? It's like, dude, you've been doing it for 2 years. How about you shut up?
Yeah, that is weird. I wonder if you start that early asking for money, you will make money doing this. It's almost weird. Like if you never ask for money, like I did that Derby's mic in Hemet,
mm-hmm.
and they were dividing the money up. And I was like, oh, this is nice. Because I've never asked for money.
Yeah.
Unless they've just told me about the money.
Right.
So I wonder if you start asking money early on, is it become easier to ask for money later down the road? And if you never ask for money, then all of a sudden you're asking for money 10 years down. I don't know.
If you do it too early, though, people aren't going to give it to you.
Of course not.
They're going to be like, all right, we'll hit you up when we
want to talk to you in 8 years.
Yeah.
I think you had the mic at Worthington's where some people were asking for money from Orange County. Some guy came out, or that was Back to the Grind. That was right. He goes, hey, John, do you know the booker here? Can I get some gas money?
Oh.
I was like.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I was like, gas money for what? I go, dude, you just started doing comedy. Come on.
Yeah.
Onesius doesn't have any money.
None of us have money.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. If you were charging money to get in, maybe, and there's 100 people.
Yeah, if we're charging at the door, then we could talk money. But like, if it's a free show,
how are you going to give them money?
From where? Yeah, where?
Like Derby's, they have 150 people. The Smash Brothers go up there. It's packed when I did it. Yeah, then you deserve to get paid because people pay like $15 to get in.
Yeah.
But like if you do a show, do you charge people at Solaris?
No.
There you go.
We don't have any paid shows.
Right.
To a fault, I would say, but it's also like...
Except for the Improv.
That's true. I guess.
I think there's something weird about doing like a bar show or anywhere that's not a venue for performance. It's
Yeah.
weird to sell tickets. or
It's
like a
also
cover
weird to do
charge.
comedy. When you're
Well,
up there, sometimes you're like, God.
Yeah, so why would I charge for that experience? Why would I charge someone for not a full comedy show experience? You know, it's
I
like
agree.
an entrance into a bar with comedy on the side.
I don't know how they get paid at breweries. I never asked, but I got paid for those brewery shows. You know,
Mhm.
$20, 41. I headlined one. I got $80 from Ace, which is very generous. I guess they give them money
Nice.
to have the show.
Now I know how much to demand.
Yeah. Now I
Yeah.
know how much I should be getting when I
Got
go
it.
out there.
Got it.
Have you ever done their shows?
No.
No, but
Yeah,
we're
it's just-
both booked on the same one later this month,
I heard
so
Joe
we'll let
book
you know.
Yeah.
I heard at the Brew and Chew.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
think
good.
so.
That's a good. They really. The owner loves comedy.
Cool.
Nice.
He loves it,
That's the best
and he
way.
gives you free food. Although I found out Ace was paying for it. He goes, "Oh, Johnny, come on in. You want wings?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want wings."
Oh, they got good food.
Mm,
All right, good enough to eat for free.
the chicken. Oh yeah, free food is always good. Free sparkling death water, they called it, or whatever.
Ooh.
Liquid death.
Yeah.
It's free.
And-
Well,
Well, it was
you-
for me
you it
because
was,
I had done
yeah.
all the shows there, and I told them I was kissing their ass. Just, I'm like, man, these chicken wings aren't bad. They weren't horrible.
Those taco dudes at our Solario show. They were like, they came up to us and like, "Hey, you're on the show. Like, we'll hook you up." We're like,
Oh, that-
awesome! They were
Yeah, I saw the ones you had
great
by your
tacos too. Oh yeah, I forgot you were there.
I was sitting next to you and
It's
your
just
new
supportive.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
Your new girlfriend's very quiet.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's nice.
cool. I loved. Let me tell you something. When Jay Light was bombing on that show at the Hollywood Improv, I was just scanning the room. I like to look at the audience when my friends are on stage. I don't. Do I consider Jay Light a friend? Yes. I looked over, saw your ex-girlfriend.
Uh-huh. Wow, I'm glad you know it's a different girl.
Of course I do.
Okay, no, some people don't.
That's racist.
It's not. Not for me. For them, yeah, absolutely.
It was probably KJ. She was looking up at the sky like she was at the DMV. I was laughing. She was trying to. She had friends with her.
Uh huh.
She-
Yep.
I know she was trying to leave. I was just. I watched her the whole time. She was like.
Yeah, she told
was
me her thoughts on that particular. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think she actually saw a lot of bad open mic comedy at the Hideaway, but she probably saw some good comedy too, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Did she ever have an opinion on it? Does your girlfriend have an opinion on it?
Not now. Beat that shit out of her, bro.
Damn. Jesus. That's sad. Are you okay?
Well, to be fair, I don't like outside input on my activities in general. And if I know that you don't understand it, I extra don't want it. And so I don't get defensive. I get combative if I get notes from like people who aren't in comedy.
I just
Right.
wanted to know if they liked it or not.
I
I
like
don't
your
even
new.
care about that.
I like your new stuff.
Thanks.
I do not like that pocket pussy joke because I
Oh.
think it's hack, and I don't think you should be talking about a pocket pussy at your age and you have a girlfriend. I mean, come on.
She
You're-
can barely
you're-
fit in your pocket,
You're
bro.
kind of attractive. You've been a
Whoa.
sports athlete, and then you're talking about pocket pussies. Listen, if you did that, I showcased at the Comedy Store one night. Somebody saw me in the Hollywood Improv. I went in there. I bombed for 5 minutes, but my material was so great, but I just wasn't ready. I've been doing comedy 6 years, and I sped through it. I got nervous. But the material when you showcase at clubs and you did a pocket pussy joke, they ain't going to listen to that. They like good stuff, like the stuff you're writing now about the English. Look at him. He wants to kill me.
But at the same
I
time,
thought, what happened?
Waiting for you to finish.
Wait a minute, William. What happened to the honesty thing about being
I was
mean?
waiting for you to finish.
The stuff about her liking English literature,
Yeah.
that's great. And the whom and the who, that's great. Those jokes. George, his jokes have always been kind of like streamlined and the same. They're really not shock shit. Like, I don't know, pocket pussy. When you say that,
Hey, if people stop laughing at it, I'll stop doing it.
well, those people are stupid.
Well-
Just like I told Mike James, that eating ass joke, you should never do it again. He goes, but they laugh. I go, well, those people are stupid. And you're stupid. And I just walk away. I love this podcast.
But
This
people-
is the best podcast I've ever been on.
We established that the club
But you
doesn't
both are
watch.
talented. Stop it. You both do comedy.
Yeah, that's
You
why I
write
don't
joke.
care about what you're saying to me right now.
Yeah.
Who's laughing
It's
at the
not
pocket?
fun.
Wait a minute. Who's laughing at the pocket pussy? You
Plenty
didn't.
of people.
Did you do
I've
it?
seen that
Did you
bit
do it at
crush.
Solario?
I've seen that bit.
No,
You
crush.
because
didn't do
I
it,
have
and you
other
killed.
jokes. Yeah,
But
because
you
I have other
killed.
jokes that do well. What's the
But
difference?
why didn't you pick the pocket pussy joke that
Because
night?
it was further down in my
Full moon. It was
set.
a full moon.
It was further down in my set, and I just didn't get
And
to
then
it.
what happened when I supported you when you did the intern thing at the Bray Improv? Remember I came down and saw you?
Mhm.
You had the best set of all the people that worked at the Improv.
Oh, thanks.
Remember you did like 18 minutes.
That's
Did
because
stuff
you're an
about-
IE comic, though, so you're
Well,
welcome.
hey,
That
you
is
know.
true. If you took all the good IE comics and had like a West Side Story thing against the LA comics, we would win easily at the same level.
Shots fired.
Yeah. Shots fired, whatever that means.
That's not shots fired. That's the firing squad, because that's undeniable.
Yeah.
Okay. There's-
Because if you take the same level, trust me, the show I did last night, it is about the same level as people out here, even lower level, and they've been doing it a lot longer. They talk about so much things that don't mean anything. And people out here there's some people out here that have acts, like George, you have an act. Nick Laney has an act just for Scientology. But he has an act.
yeah. What about
Wait, do I have an act?
I
said you-
said you did.
Oh, you said, George, you have an act.
no George? Period.
William.
You.
Oh,
The set you had at
Sorry.
Solaris is one of the best sets I've seen you have.
thanks. It was
Because
fun.
I was in the
Had a
back
good time.
talking to Esmeralda, and I just heard the laughter. And even though
I didn't even know she was there for half the show.
She was there?
Yeah.
well, what happened is that
I didn't see
room
her.
goes around, and I was watching William. I was watching all the comics actually, but there's a part where you can't see anybody. Plus, she is short.
I
She's
didn't
like
even
a-
know she was there.
Do you know what a
for-
weeble wobble is?
I do.
I love those. She looks like a weeble
Jesus
wobble.
What's a weevil?
Google it. Google it.
Oh
Oh,
God.
God.
They
Yeah, it's
wobble, but
They
never-
wobble. They wobble, but they never fall down.
Yay! I'm not that old. Yeah, she's a weeble wobble. That would be her name if she was a comic. A weeble wobble.
Oh, my
She's
God.
taking a sabbatical, right? Right? She's done temporarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weeble wobble.
Hilarious.
No, I don't know. I know she has a new boyfriend. I didn't ask her. I never really thought she was a stand-up comic. I think she wrote 5 screenplays that are great. She's a writer, and she loves movies. I love movies. My parents were actors, so we always talk about movies. Her stand-up is it's she hasn't done it consistently enough.
What? So, I mean, you said you have musicals tattooed. What do you think about this reboot of the West Side Story that's coming out?
Man, that's conflicting. Every time I see that dude that's the lead from
That's
Baby Driver.
That's the lead and everything else.
Yeah. I saw him in Baby Driver. It was passable because he was playing a retarded kid.
I don't think that's what he was doing. But
To me, it was. He looked like a retarded kid. And in West Side Story,
I'm not going to be able to put promo for this episode at all. I'm going to have to just listen to it, guys.
but you can also put a caption. Everything that Johnny Gold said is what he believes, but he still believes that pocket pussy joke and it's bad. No, but I don't like him.
You
I
don't
saw
like
him other movies where he had to act and it was horrible. So if I can't get past him, but I do like Steven Spielberg's doing it, so maybe it could be. I never saw Hamilton. I heard you on your podcast. You said you saw Hamilton and liked it.
So fucking jealous.
It was so cool.
It's on the Disney.
Yeah, but I went live.
Oh, did you?
What made it,
Pantages?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
made
Yeah.
it better? And what about it was better?
Musicals are underrated, dude.
they
A lot of
are.
people think they're gay, but they're not.
They are,
Just-
and they're underrated.
When you watch it on Disney Plus, you don't understand the production value that goes into it. And like they have to be on, like
Yeah. Everybody
every-
knows everybody's song.
Yeah, and like every 15 seconds they have to be on. Like as a comedian, you kind of
Yeah, you could stare out the window.
yeah, you
for a
can
second.
wait. You can give this more time, but no, they have to be on time.
Yeah.
Especially in something like Hamilton, where it's like hip hop and rap. Like there's no room for
That is true.
half a second of going a little longer, like or whatever. It was cool. It was
even
really
though
cool.
stand up is the hardest art to do, but you're right. Stage plays, like I've seen stage plays on Broadway, and
There's just so much that goes into it.
Yeah, there's a lot of you got to be great.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking at the highest level.
Yeah, for sure. It was weird to be like, because we sat front row, and like we were right in
Shit.
front of the orchestra pit, and there was like the stage was probably 12 feet away, and so like there would be someone like front stage, and we were off to the side, so it would be like an extra, but they'd be there and like singing, and you're like, whoa, they're like actually singing this right now, because you're
Singing
so
and dancing.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you're so used to like seeing it on TV that it's like
So
like
you're
hearing it through
now-
a speaker, but you're like, whoa, like they're fucking really singing this.
You're now a musical fan.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I knew that was.
Nah. It was just a cool. I like to have experiences. And I've
Cool.
never. I mean, I went to the Phantom of the Opera in Toronto when I was like 8 or 9 with my
Right.
mom, but I don't really remember it. So, experiences in adult life are way better because you have a perspective for it.
Yeah.
You know, I talked about this on the this is the one that hasn't come out yet, but going to the Pantages and looking at it and just being like, wow, like comedians perform here too, and then seeing that show versus what comedians do, where I'm like, they're so much more impressive in my opinion than a comic. Like no, like obviously like a comedian's impressive, but it's just
Right.
one person writing, figuring out that performance where they have 30 people that are like, okay, we have to figure this out and work together, which is a completely different thing.
But they do the same thing every time.
Yeah,
There's no,
but I mean, so do headliners at the end of the day
that's
when
their
they're.
problem.
But like working when you're a headliner working toward a special, you know, when you're on your third one, it's like you're doing that same thing pretty much every night. Like it's the same thing.
That's true. I'm glad you like musicals. They're not as gay as people think.
No, I mean that one wasn't.
No.
I mean it was a little long, but hey,
No intermission?
there was. It
Yeah.
was 15 minutes. But it was like
There's no food.
Not
though.
yeah no
I
not.
hate that.
They had like they had like candy and
Yeah,
stuff.
this is horrible.
I should be able to order a
Was-
fucking Mai Tai.
Was
in
your
my
favorite
seat.
song still your favorite song during the performance, or did one like bang especially hard because it was live and because you were by the orchestra?
I think that just the beginning of that musical is so spectacular. So like the beginning, and especially like when they're first like coming out, it's like it's very
amazing.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's like
and the
whoa,
front row.
whoa,
I sat
whoa.
in the front row.
And and it's like
Yeah.
right in front of your face. You're like, holy shit! Like I don't know. It's just a different thing. So
Yeah, movies
know.
and stage plays are great, but stand-up is the hardest thing to do in the world. I have this argument with my dad. He goes, oh, no, come on. I go, no, it is, because you can do takes and
yeah, at
the
least with,
camera's on you, and
Mhm.
then if you just turn, it might not even, you didn't even act, but they'll keep it in the editing, and like, oh, he's Academy Award winner. I saw a tear coming out of his eye.
yeah.
But in stand-up, true stand-up, I'm not talking about somebody who memorizes like, I don't know who these people are that do the same act. I'm not at the Improv enough.
I mean, most
That's crazy.
touring
I could never
headliners
do
like
that.
do
I know.
an hour of the same material.
Yeah. For the whole year.
Yeah, they hone it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now that becomes a production too, because I feel like when you're doing like a show, like you're doing Hamilton, it's not about the freedom, it's more about the precision
Right.
of like, we're gonna bang this every time, and we're gonna practice it till we can't get it wrong.
And the
And-
people are expecting something too. Like they know what to expect,
Yeah.
which is not the case with comedy.
Yeah, but the lead up is where the freedom is of like writing those songs and choreographing those dances, and like fucking the journey is the journey, but the journey is the most important part. And the play that ends up is kind of just like the cherry on top. Like you had all these people that were excellent at the thing that they do. They got to do the thing that they do towards a similar goal, and I think comedy just doesn't have another person involved. You know, like that's if you got two people involved, and they're gonna want to work towards this thing that's gonna crescendo into a piece and not just comedy.
You never work with anybody that, like I ask certain people about jokes that I'm worried about that people might, like I had a joke and I bounced it off Nick Laney because he's completely opposite, and he's very like intricate with just thinking like, but this one shocked him. I said, a friend of mine, which I couldn't believe, he said he was at a bar and he was drunk and a transgender person tried to pick up on him. And he got pissed and he wanted to come back with a gun. And I said, did she tell you that she was transgender? And he goes, yes. And I go, did you tell her that you live with your mom? And Nick Laney's face. Actually, I almost crashed off the freeway. We were on our way to a show. He goes,
I don't know if I would do it that way, but
but you know, it's weird working with other people because they have the other side of the brain.
Yeah,
I
but
never
it's also
did that.
fun.
It is. I never did it before. And I heard that thing about Chris Rock saying that you should go out and do it alone. I heard Alfred say that. He said that a lot. You should go out and do comedy by yourself instead of without other comedians. Yeah, it would be horrible.
It's not as fun.
No.
Some best part is driving to somewhere with your friend.
I don't. Well, I mean, I guess he's so famous that he can just say stupid shit like that. But that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard because you're going to be working with other comics. Chris Rock is going to be in the green room with a bunch of other comics.
Yeah.
When he came up, he was with a bunch of other comics. It is good. Do you have a person that you ask?
Ask? No.
Well, you know, like I ran this because I've never done it before because you guys write jokes, so I look up to a lot of people, and you and Nick Laney, and there's certain other people that do that, Ezekiel, and then you try to find out what maybe they think about it. So you never do that. What about you? Ask your dog.
I usually just go off the audience reaction.
Yeah, I'll let you tell your joke, and if you want it, I can figure out. I can help you to make it better. Right. But I don't want to steer away, nor do I want anyone to steer me away from any topic if I think it's funny.
Yeah. My pocket pussy joke is fine, Johnny.
Who'd you run it by? Mike James. Yeah, man, I got an ass-eating joke. Next week, I'm changing my name to Mike.
It did great at the improv show. So,
to be honest with you, every time I think of a pocket pussy,
you think of me?
No.
Oh,
I think of a guy who's just.
You gonna buy him a pocket?
No,
pussy?
I think of and this is sad. I just think of a person that never gave a woman an orgasm. That's the sad part. I don't care, William. You can hate me.
I don't.
When I come to Worthington's tomorrow, you're getting 3 minutes.
2.5 if you're lucky.
And then I'm going to do my pocket pussy joke.
Yeah, you're going to do my pocket pussy joke.
But hey, you impressed me when I saw you at the improv with all those other horrible intern comics. God.
Those fucks didn't want it. That's why. That's the problem.
Yeah, you actually did almost 20 minutes, that was how many years ago? You had just started.
3 years?
It was like 2 years ago now, probably.
And
It was right before the pandemic.
What have you been doing comedy, like 4 years?
Yeah, 4 or 5, somewhere in there.
So you were new.
Like 6. So yeah, before.
But you had your bit, and those you didn't bring any of those people.
No.
Where's he gonna bring them from?
I don't know.
Yeah, right?
Because I'm asking because it was like the interns. I don't know if those intern people brought.
Yeah, like it's like they
the
were
worst
like,
one though. Before you say anything, sorry, the guy from LA was the worst.
Well, he's probably trying to be an actor, and his coach probably told him they should try comedy.
I don't think so. Was he an actor?
No, I
he
don't
was
think
horrible.
so.
But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, because it was in Brea, and I was like, well, first of all, I'm not even from California. And
Right.
I only know people basically in the IE. I'm not going to be able to get people to Brea. Like, I knew that.
That room fits like 800 people.
Yeah, and I basically told them, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to bring people.
Right.
And like, it's fine. And then, like, leading up to it, they were like, hey, we noticed nobody, because they gave us promo codes, like, with our names, so they could tell who's selling
Right.
tickets. And they were like, we noticed, like, nobody is buying tickets with your promo code. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, that's
it's in fucking Brea, dude.
That's what I tell them at the haha. They go, you don't have to bring people, but we want you to. But the last night, they did the lineup gave the most time for the person that brought a lot of people that just started doing comedy. So that's how the game is now. It never used to be like that.
That was weird when I did the Ice House, when I did Dave McNary's show, Rest in Peace.
Rest in peace. Nick Laney killed him, by the way.
There was like 2 or 3 comics that were booked where it was like, oh, you just started and like you just brought your friends and family. Like that's all this is. Like that's the whole half of that room is your family.
Right.
So like that makes those shows weird. But like at the same time, if you didn't have those people, there wouldn't be.
I did a show at Flappers once. This guy brought 52 people. I couldn't fucking believe it.
Burbank or
he was
Claremont?
Like 19 years old. No, in Claremont.
Oh, that room's full then. Shit,
Really?
bro. 52 people?
Yeah, and his parents were in the front row.
If you have 52 people in Flappers Claremont, you're having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do miss that spot. Did you ever do it?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it a couple times.
Bro, I saw Paulo Gata there with 8 people.
Oh my.
in the crowd.
I saw it.
And you know what he did? The
Murdered.
same shit. Yeah, just
I saw
to 8 people.
Yeah, there's a lot of headliners there that had nobody in their show.
I
Ada
was-
Rodriguez.
I was on a show with Preacher Lawson,
Oh yeah.
who's fucking huge now.
Yeah.
Huge.
And it was probably like 20, 25 people, and he just went up and destroyed. It was
That
ridiculous.
motherfucker's.
So funny. Just funny.
That would
on
be a
every
good
level.
headliner for your show.
I
Pretty
don't
I
know.
don't know if he would do it, man.
Yeah.
He's got
He's got TV
AGT
creds
money,
now.
bro.
Nah, he'd do it. He'd do it.
see.
He's not that famous.
He
You
does
could-
his own
you-
shows. Why would he do ours?
Well, you got to ask him.
Oh, I'll
Right.
message him on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll hit him up on IG.
Well, 'cause he
see if
used
it
to
gets through
perform
his
out here, I
multitudes
think.
of vegan
Did he?
girls.
I think he's from Florida, but I think I saw him. I bombed to Kill Tony so bad, and I was walking off. Then Tony Hinchcliffe goes, "There's a 50-year-old man that's probably going to kill himself." I laughed so hard. There's Preacher Lawson. He goes, "I took some pictures of you, and they were the great pictures." And I almost
Aw.
started crying. I go, "Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it." Just sent him on my Instagram. I just went home.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's a
Sad,
very.
But
It's
cool.
sad, but he was like, and I made it easy for him to kill on Kill Tony because he went after me.
You really set the table, Johnny Gold.
I've done that. I've done Kill Tony twice, and I've won for 2. The first time I did it with Anthony Jeselnik, and he was so high. But the only reason I got to do it is because all the comics left. They didn't want him to eviscerate him.
Oh.
Do they
I would
not know
welcome it,
who?
bro.
Do they not know who's going to be on? Who the
Well, it's a
guest is gonna
bucket.
be?
It's a bucket of people, and you have a
Right,
very
but
slim chance.
don't they know who the star, like the guest on the show, was going to
Oh
be?
yeah, they see
That's
him
why
up
they
there.
left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
because
like
he was just.
beforehand, before they even get there, don't they know?
Maybe he just
I
showed up.
no, I
Oh,
don't think
all
so.
right.
And he was there, but then he just called him one name after that.
See, I'm
Gee.
the kind of thing where it's like
Excuse me.
if I'm not ready to do it in front of anyone, I'm not willing to do that show.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it-
If I go there and someone freaks me out, then I know I'm not ready to even be on that show.
George would be great. People who
Yeah,
have
you would
these
be good on
jokes that are ready to go
Yeah.
for a minute, like the reason I did good with Anthony Jeselnik is because I just had a good set, but he was very mean. Ari Shaffir was very complimentary and nice, and they asked
And
Anthony
he spouts
Jeselnik.
hours about helping comics, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's just,
I didn't know that. I always thought he was kind of. I never had any good run-ins with him. But
I
then he asked.
I got most of the information I got before starting comedy was from Ari.
Yeah,
Shaffir.
he seems
Yeah.
like a nice guy. But Anthony
Not directly.
Anthony Jeselnik, they go, "Would you like to give Johnny Gold some input?" And he goes, "Absolutely not." And then I said, "I don't give a fuck what he thinks because it's not going to help me anyway." So I don't think he understood what I was talking about. That was bad. And then they liked it. Tony Hinchcliffe, he's actually a nice guy.
Yeah.
He gets a bad rap, but he
I
has.
mean, now he does. Yeah.
I saw that the thing, but it just wasn't funny what he said. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he got canceled though.
No.
I never done Kill Tony. But
It's what it is. It's a nervous thing because you have the band, then you have these
oh,
three.
sounds fun.
It's
I
like
know.
if you can get up there and perform under pressure is really
Yeah,
what it
that's
is.
why I did. I thought, oh,
Yeah.
this is the ultimate. Then they have these 3 judges that are just going to eviscerate you.
Cool.
That do roast battle on top of it. And then they have somebody else sometimes, and you're up there. You're just like, you can't even look at the audience.
don't belong there. Like most of the it just doesn't.
Oh,
make
no, now
sense.
they do it just to make fun of people. I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But there is some people that, I guess, David Lucas.
Some people have popped from Kill Tony, right?
David Lucas.
I'd say from
He
like
opens
from
up-
early on.
He opens
right?
up for Brandon Schaub, the MMA fighter, and I saw him at the Haha Comedy Club. Very capable.
Yeah.
That kid, young kid. He's kind of like, I wouldn't say as good as KJ, but he's a young guy and has a lot of swag, and he was good for that show.
I've seen some of his clips online.
It's okay, right?
Yeah, I mean he did Supernova, and I saw a clip from there. It was funny.
The funniest thing is, I don't know how long you want to go. Okay.
I mean, just we can end before just to get to the next show.
My friend, and I hope I can get you guys on, is going to run a room at the Hollywood Hotel in Hollywood.
Ooh.
He's the guy. Yeah, he is.
No, you can get us on. It's cool.
Oh no,
We're
I'll
down.
ask.
No, we're
He's
down.
no, he is a superficial asshole. Trust me. He runs a comedy bureau. You know that comedy bureau?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's the founder. But I knew him when he first started. And when YouTube hit, he was going to UCLA or USC Film School, and he would film us with all these documentaries. And now he does that. So I had dinner with him because I had Aaron Chase on his podcast. He has a really big podcast because he said I wanted to have KJ on there. He goes, I got to see his comedy. And I go, did you watch Aaron Chase's comedy before you booked him? He goes, yeah, I thought he was interesting. I go, well, then KJ's never going to make it because what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, he's skewed with comedy, but I know if we can get on that show, it's a nice little show. It's like 60, 70 people. He's going to be doing it once a week, so he's going to need a lot of comics. Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that once a week show, you pissed.
I already told him when we were having ice cream. I said, dude, you're going to kill yourself. At the Hollywood Hotel once a week, he goes, I know everybody. I go, I don't give a fuck who you know. It's to get the people to come back. You have to fill up like a place. That's where they have some of those supernova shows or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's
hard to do, man.
I was like, dude, you've been doing this for a long time. You don't know that a once a week show, you're not going to, trust me, you'll start off once a week, but then it'll end up being, what's good, once a month.
Monthly.
Yeah.
It's the
Even
best.
bi-weekly is a lot.
What other shows are you guys going to tonight?
Open mic night, bro. At Placitas. It's right down the street.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a workout.
Yeah, it is.
It's I mean, do you remember the Getaway? That's what it feels like.
No, the Getaway was better. No offense, Nick Laney.
The
Getaway was good.
The Getaway just had good location and unfortunate audience members.
I always had fun there, but everybody
Yeah.
told me that they didn't like the comedy there. Or the guy that served me the food said, yeah, people have said some shit here. And I'm like, it's a college, dude. Relax. I mean,
well, exactly. It's a college.
If you want to call it a college.
It's a UC, bro.
I can't believe it. I think one time I saw a B on one of the buildings. I go, your college is rated B, like the restaurants. And they're like, that's not right. I go, no, this is a shitty college. It's okay. It's not
You've got
Harvard.
a great business program. Solid writing program.
I wish that mic was still around. I loved it.
It was fun.
It was. I don't know what happened. Somebody said
too many people complain.
Well, who's complaining?
Audience members.
Did they complain at Worthington's?
We've had complaints.
We've had people write letters.
Yeah.
I had this lady come up to me and goes, I hated what you just said. And I go, well, I'm not going to be here next week.
But the owner's very supportive of the show. So.
What do you mean letters? People write letters?
Oh, yeah, for sure, bro.
You mean wrote a letter
yeah.
to Worthington's?
Yeah, and then fucking folded it up in a carrier pigeon, and we got it the next week.
And then what did it say?
Just that we were offensive, and it was a mic. Well, any complaint and this seems like hyperbole, but it's not. But any complaint you can make about an open mic and free content that you can make, she made. About it being sexist, misogynist.
Oh, I can see that.
Bullying, Black Lives Don't Matter, No Lives Matter. Whatever you could
Oh,
make
Alfred
up,
Munoz.
all the way
must have been
down.
performing.
Top to bottom. It was like, oh, this lady's just upset.
I wonder who Alfred was talking about, the guy who was singing. I think it was Michael Gonzalez. He's the only one I know that sings.
No, there's Sunday nights is slowly becoming a mixed mic. There's quite a few musicians
At the
that show up.
Hideaway?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it becoming a mixed mic?
That's what I mean. With the amount of musicians that show up and the amount of time they get to do, I would call it a mixed mic. Yeah.
I didn't see. How many minutes did they cut you off?
3. I only did 7.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's horrible. Plus, you waited that whole time. I know, because I was like 2 before
You guys were there together. Little bro date without me. Thanks, guys.
Hey, you had to go to work.
No,
Bitch.
weren't you talking to Ann Flagg? She was talking to me too.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. I guess she was having trouble with her Nesto.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Right.
That's why you just do it yourself. Keep to yourself.
I told Ann, I go, Ann, Ernesto's stupid, so you should be able to make this relationship work. And she's like, oh, come on. I told her, I said, don't do any more drugs. You know, the cocaine with the fentanyl. I immediately, when my friend, that guy, Fu Qua, I said, hey, Ann, don't fucking do drugs, because I know you do cocaine. She goes, I'm not doing it. I go, well, I don't care. I'm going to tell you. I heard Joey Diaz say he used to tell people not to do it, and then they would never talk to him again. I don't care. She shouldn't be doing cocaine, and neither should you guys.
Nobody should right now.
That's how Michael K. Williams from The Wire got killed. They had fentanyl and cocaine.
If you talk to Juan Cias, he says it's happening left and right.
Dun dun dun. It's the man. Trying to keep us
Probably
down,
is.
man. Trying to reduce our numbers and control our
COVID,
population,
fentanyl.
man. They want us to move into the hollow earth, man.
Is that Juan Cias?
Space travel? No, it's every tinfoil hat ever.
What's a tinfoil hat?
Conspiracy theorists?
Sam Tripoli?
You put a tinfoil hat on to stop the brain waves that they're trying to steal from you.
Or what Alfred said, something about lizard people. I don't know what that is.
Then the Greys?
The government is run by lizard people.
Reptiles.
They are reptiles.
Cold-blooded.
By the look in their eyes. I like when...
No, they're literal
No,
reptiles.
they live near the core of the earth to keep warm.
Yeah.
Are you guys kidding? Is
Nope.
this sarcasm?
Nope.
I mean, we're telling you what that is, what they think.
But I thought about comedy-wise, Alfred was like, I like to feel out the audience. I like to start off with my lizard material and see what they say. And if they're into it, I do it. Well, then you're a car salesman. Just say fucking lizard people. Nobody gives a fuck.
I think he was saying he's looking. That's how he. Well, no, I was saying that's how he got his girlfriend. That's how he looks for friends.
Trying to decide if he has a Q crowd or not that he can go deep with.
What's a Q crowd?
QAnon? You don't know QAnon?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I do.
You do? Like,
I mean, I know that
are you involved, Johnny Gold?
Johnny
What did
Gold
it come-
is Q.
Yeah.
Are you Johnny Quest?
What did this comic tell me last night? They go, after the show on Beaumont, I went to a Proud Boys concert.
Oh, my God. Are you sure it wasn't like Jerky Boys? Or
Well, this guy's not too smart,
Was it
so
like
he
a
probably...
cookout?
how is there a Proud Boys concert?
Like a Proud Boys, like
a
event.
rally?
Yeah. I go, after you did your set at Beaumont, you went. You didn't go home. You went to a Proud Boy. Don't you know that it's everything that you're against? He goes, well, I was trying to get laid. See?
By a dude? By a Proud Boy?
By someone less proud. Disappointed boy.
Are there Proud girls?
It has to be. Was there tiki torture women?
I don't know.
Tiki torture?
When they were the tiki.
Oh.
Remember were the...
They marching?
Oh yeah.
They're like,
Charlottesville.
we don't like Jews or whatever they were saying.
I was into that. I was like, yeah, I hate Jews.
Jews
too.
will not replace us. And Johnny Gold's like, you're right.
Yeah.
Started
I'm a
slinging.
quarter Jew.
I was
but
going to
never-
say, you seem like you'd be Jewish. Like
No.
Johnny Gold, you
Well,
know?
I asked my dad. 'cause
Goldstein.
His Goldstein,
No.
Silverstein.
I
those are.
hated that when I used to sign up for open mics. And they're like, oh, you cut your name off. I'm like, shut up. No,
You're right.
it's
I
John-
did. It's Jonathan Gold.
Yeah, that's on my birth certificate. No, my dad goes, you're a quarter Jew.
Fascinating.
And
So
I said, I just thought I was an asshole.
is your grandma Jew?
Yeah, she was a diamond cutter.
Whoa.
That's
that sounds
the
like a
Jew.
gypsy.
No, that's, you can't get any Jewer than that. My dad was all serious. She had MS, so she was cutting the diamonds like this.
Giving him extra edges.
Yeah, I was like, that's funny. He goes, that's not funny. I had to live with that. I go, no, it's funny, Dad.
Just uneven diamonds.
You're
Can't
buying
cut
a
anything bigger than a 4 carat.
Yeah, you're putting your wife's looking at her diamond ring. It's shaped like a squirrel, like a fucking triangle.
How'd you get a Tesseract diamond
That's Johnny
on
Gold's
my fucking
grandmother.
ring?
I'm kind of excited about KJ's special. That's cool. It's gonna
He's
be at
recording.
Worthington's.
Yeah. We're doing a little late night open mic afterwards.
That's so fucking cool. I love KJ.
Yeah.
I'm
He's a-
hosting that show.
Nice.
Mhm.
Should
I
be a
heard
good
his
time.
dad's coming out.
Wow.
Wow.
Big deal. I wonder where he's recording it on.
Yeah, I don't know. I asked him. He just said he got it. So.
Oh no,
Oh,
Nick
wow.
Laney's doing some of it, but I don't think he's doing all of it. I think he's going to have several cameras or whatever. I don't know
Cool.
how that's going to work.
I hope he comes out to plot it beforehand.
Yeah. Does he want to do it in the front part or the back?
He said he wants to do it in the back, but it might be cold. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. We shall
Do black
see.
people like the
It's a
cold?
show.
That's
Not
what he should open up
particularly,
with.
no.
We can get fire though. Hopefully, we'll see.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Like little fire pits in the back.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
We
nice.
could make s'mores.
It's more what?
Just s'mores.
Of what?
S'mores.
Have you had KJ on your Ontario show yet?
Yeah, I think he was on our first one.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I
I
believe so. I
I
don't
haven't
even
seen
know.
him in a while.
Yeah, because
He's-
he went after me, I think.
He's back home right now, visiting
Oh, is that what
as
he's
of recording. But as of this release, he'll be back. So
Who is the next? What's the next podcast coming out? Because you just said you had another one, not
Alfred. So probably Saturday.
Be Christopher Keith Tyler.
Yeah.
Mm.
CKTKC.
The Magician. Is that the you
Oh, he did the prop one, the prop comic one day.
No, I'm just saying he's like a. What are those? What is the thing what they call the people with the skinny jeans? What is that? Remember?
A hipster?
Fags. Oh,
Exactly.
A hipster?
my fault.
Like a hipster comedian. He's very.
He's kind of a hipster. Yeah,
he's
he drives a
very.
Prius.
Prius
You
C.
know, he's got like positive energy.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
we were
Too
trying to get it
much.
out of him.
Really?
Too much. Yeah.
Like when he was explaining.
Just
the
listen to the podcast.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it
will.
comes out next
He was
week.
on. He was
He's the
already
next
on
one.
one. I listened to the first
Yeah.
one. I've gone back and listened to old ones.
Wow.
Carlos Patino sounds retarded on all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know how drunk that motherfucker. I told him, I said, stop drinking and doing comedy because you suck.
Aw.
You suck when you got to be sober, man. And he's funny.
Yeah.
But Christopher Tyler, the first time he talked about that joke about pulling something out of his wife's vagina, like a. Do you remember that? It was.
Not
No.
particularly.
You
no.
guys don't even remember your own.
No.
It
I'm
was,
here for the moment, man. I don't
You
listen
guys
to
done
it
a lot of
back.
episodes.
540 probably now. Yeah.
Who have you had on the most? Nick Laney?
No. No, probably Carlos
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I love Carlos.
and Aaron.
I kind of miss Aaron. I
And
was
me.
sad when he left. Weren't you
He's still
sad?
there. He's not dead. You can reach out to him. You can talk to him.
Yeah.
Interact with him on his TikTok.
He's so into himself that
Did he superstar you when he left?
no, he's just he loves talking about himself, which is
blocked you?
fine. No,
He doesn't answer your phone calls anymore.
he sent me one of those voice messages, and then I didn't know how to do it back, so I just I just had all these blank ones that I sent him. They're like 5 of them on Instagram. I finally figured it out. I talked to Nick Lane. He said, "You got to hold the button down, dummy." But-
He's pressed send and you hold it up to you and he goes, "Hey Johnny Gold, just sending you the voice message because
That's it.
just
That's
reaching out to
perfect.
you, letting you know I'm still alive. I'm still doing it, still grinding, still learning, still working on me, trying to stay, present. And shoot, hang on, and then nothing else." And
That's it. No, he watched the American Legal podcast when Nick Laney was on, and I called him in. You could call into that show, and they were like berating Nick Laney about sex. And I said, "Can you just shut the fuck up? You're obviously, you don't know how to talk to a person on your stupid fucking show because Ernesto and Joe and Richard, yes, they are capable and actually very good comedians, but you're not talking about emotional intelligence of maybe over 18. So, and then they wanted to hang up on me. But Aaron said he loved it. He goes, "That was like Bill Burr and Patrice O'Neill arguing." I go, "Are you okay?" It's nothing like Bill Burr. They were funny. They were hilarious.
Yeah.
That was it.
All right, so let's wrap this up so we can make it to the mic. You're booked anywhere, Johnny Gold?
I am. And guess what? I'm doing a clean show for Stephanie and Michelle. And it'll probably be,
you're
I'm
not.
probably going to have that venue closed down. I think she was bullied by Nick Laney. Nick Laney goes, "Johnny, I've seen him do clean."
Another show at a preschool. Fucking. All right.
No, at Grey Wolf.
Grey Wolf? Oh, that's the old the brewery she used to do, right?
I love it because I was in the military. I have 1 minute of clean military material. Bless you.
When's that?
October 15th. And then I'm doing something in North Hollywood called Yes Baby, October 19th. It's run by Gabrielle
I'm on that show.
Vargas. Yes. I love it. I love it when there's people that I know out there. I hate it. Before we quit, last night I was in such a bad mood and I forgot where I was. I thought I was in the IE. I'm sitting next to this comic and I'm going next and we're talking. And I go, "You see that fucking broad that's on stage right now? She's 41 and she has the mental capacity of a 7-year-old." And then I thought, why did I say that? He doesn't even know me. Like if that was any like you guys, you're like, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
He turns to me and goes, "When you get up there, you should just talk about your dick." I go, "Oh, I'm at the haha. I forgot. I thought I was
I
somewhere."
would love to.
What a
That's
weird thing to say to
solid
someone.
advice.
Exactly. But I forgot I wasn't talking to one of you guys, round the way guys, cool people that actually have a soul. Then he said, just go up and do your best pocket pussy joke. And scene. That's it. There must be some other show I'm wandering in on. What about you guys?
He asked you, William Henderson. What about you, sir?
I will be at the Bruin Chew on Saturday, October 23rd. And then October 28th at the W.I. Worthingtons, hosting for KJ's recording. And then, of course, October 30th at Solario again. Follow me on Instagram at Willie_D20.
Cool. I'm at the George F. I'm basically on Johnny's show and then the show that William's on. I'm doing a Tony Asar's radio spot on the 19th, so that'll be a good time. Every last Saturday of the month, we're at Solario Brewing Co., so come by for a free show and some good beer and some food. I'm at the George F. We are at the Buddy System Co. Go to www.thebuddysystem.co for everything. Johnny Gold, thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.